Hi there, it's Suzanne from Hullahbaloo.com and today I've got another project for you. This one is a gorgeous little box that houses one of these gorgeous boxes of Belgium chocolates. Of course this one is empty, however you would of course give the recipient one that has the gorgeous treats inside. This version is smoky slate with cherry cobbler, but the version I'm going to do today will be basic grey, and I'm using garden green with today's. So what are the supplies that you'll need? So you'll need a piece of basic grade cardstock, which is 11 1/4 by 6 1/4. You'll need a scrap of garden green. You'll need some DSP, which I've chosen the basic grey from the Neutrals DSP stack, and you will need a piece that is 3 5/8 by 3 5/8, and then you will need 4 pieces that are 3 5/8 by 1 inch. That's just for around the sides of the box. So I'm just going to grab my score tool, and this is a very simple project and one that I have created several times already. So on the 11 1/4 side you need to score at 1 1/4 and at 5, at 6 1/4 and at 10. Then you need to turn it, and on the 6 1/4 side you need to score it at 1 1/4 and you need to score it at 5. And that's all the scoring we've got to do. So we'll pop this way. So we need to fold and burnish our sides, so over we go. Get all those nice and crisp. Now this is the point where you need to decide which piece is going to be the top and which is going to be the bottom, so that you can set your DSP. So if you flip it over, move the glue, it's exactly symmetrical at the moment, but these middle flaps and what you do with them determines whether this is the top or this is the top. So we'll get cutting. Now the only cutting we need to do are these squares on either side. Now I'm going to go up each score line, and I'm going to ever so slightly, and I'll show you a bit closer, nick in to the square so you get a bit of a notch. And again on the opposite side, and there you go. And then I'm going to do the same to this square, which is up the score line, and then notching on both sides. We don't need those little triangles, so we can get rid of them. And this just gives you a neater finish to the box when it comes together. No unsightly overlaps and so on. So again, a little notch and one on that side. And then we can replicate the same on the opposite. So I've been doing a lot of festive things on my blog at the moment. A lot of swaps, because I've got On Stage coming up, which will be my first one that I'm attending. I did have my name down last year, but unfortunately something cropped up which prevented me from attending. Fingers crossed this year I'll still get to go. So this has taken a break away from the festive stuff, and whilst it can be turned into a festive box, it's a box that will suit all occasions as it's quite neutral. I've used more of a monochrome with this. Let's just get rid of those. So my monochrome theme means that you can change up wherever you need to and make it any colour. Like I've used cherry cobbler, this one's going to be garden green. The pack that these ribbons, these twines are from, which is Festive Farmhouse, so I've got my green one here, actually come with vanilla, or you could even go and get the Nature's twines and use those, which are brighter colours. Entirely your choice. Right, so we've got this box cut out and we're ready to put our DSP on. Now for speed, I'm using my fuse. Fuse is of course now retired, sob. But you could use liquid glue, you could use snail, you can use any glue you wish, as this is only paper to card. So all I'm making sure is that I'm getting all the pieces in the same direction due to the stripe pattern. Let's get all these on. And this will of course now mean that this side is the top of our box. Now I know fuse was like Marmite for some people in that the flick that needed to end the glue in didn't meet some people's. It just didn't work for some and it worked for others. I think that's mainly the reason why it's retired. But I do hope they bring something back, because whilst I love tear and tape, I actually preferred fuse. I loved the speed of fuse. I loved how you could get so many projects out ever so quickly with it. Right, and so what you need from here is you need to put glue on all of these little squares that we've cut. And I'll show you how to form the lid and the base, as that's slightly different for each one. Right, so the base first. Take your corners round, make them meet and stick. So that's those two. The middle two stick to the base, so we'll bring those into the bottom, and again on the opposite side to the bottom, and then these two stick to the lid to form that. And there we go, that should be your box closing nicely. So it's got quite a snug little fit. Now as you can see, it's quite difficult to open there, so what I've done is I have got my 1-inch punch and I've just you put it not quite halfway in and just make sure it's centre, not to circle out, and it gives you a little finger groove just to get a better grip on it, just far better. So that's the box. Right, now we're going to embellish it. So I've got my twine. What I did is I went round a fair few times, but I need to get this little label first, which I've forgotten about. So garden green, and for this you need the 1 3/4 punch. Get a circle there, and then we need a scrap of white and our ink. So the sentiment that I've put on this one, this is for you, is from the Takeout Treats. So I'll show you that. I already got it mounted up, but this is the Takeout Treats. So it suits Christmas, it suits Halloween, it's got some Valentine pieces in it, it's got some that are not related to any occasion, they're just sweet treat things. So I've gone for this one here, which is This Is For You, and I'm going to use that again on this one, except in garden green. Just grab a scrap of white. So scrap of white, ink it up. There we go. Pop that away before I put my arm in it. And so the punch I'm using for this one is the Darling label. Now this comes in, it's a special tin, and the tin is absolutely gorgeous. So I'll put a link on my blog for it, and it's absolutely beautiful. But if we just get that in the middle and punch that out as well. There we go. And then I popped this up on dimensionals onto the back. And just peel those backs off. onto there, into the middle. You need a little space at the top because we're going to get our handheld punch and just pop a little hole in the top to make it into a label, like so. And then I decorated my cherry cobbler one with rhinestones, but this one I've chosen to go with pearls instead. No, I don't know what size. I'm thinking these ones. Maybe. Right, I'm just going to swap my scoring. Right, take a pick tool. I'm going to swap to my pucky head. And I'm going to use this size here. I'm just going to pop 3 on like I did on the other one. On there. Oop. So these rhinestones like to play little games with me. Rhinestones and pearls. They'll pick up perfectly on the tool, but then when you go to pop them down, they just go where they want. See? Right, so that's his label ready. Pop those out of the way. So we've got his box, we've got his label, we've got his twine. So what I did with this twine is I made sure I had a bit at the top, and then I just went round a couple of times and then brought it back to the middle. Got a length off there, and then what I did was threaded it through the label. Get the label to where you want it, and then actually I put both sides through it, didn't I? I did. So both sides through. She says. Just have to wet the end because it's gone a bit frayed. There we go. So both sides through, and then I did a nice little bow. I'm on camera now, so let's see how this comes out. It's not bad at all. Make it a bit smaller. And then just give that a trim. And there we are. So there's garden green and there's the cherry cobbler versions. Now I hope you agree that they are absolutely beautiful. So you will find all the details for this box over on my blog, which is hullahbaloo.com. You can find me on YouTube also. The finished dimensions of the box are 1 1/4 inches deep, and then it's a 3 by 7/8 square the whole way around. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.